Do you ever feel as if you're stuck, unable to make even the smallest step forward in your life? We often wait for something extraordinary to happen, some overwhelming epiphany capable of dissolving all our fears and revealing the path ahead with clarity and simplicity. You imagine that at any moment, the weight of your worries will disappear, and every task will suddenly become effortless and natural. In these daydreams, you feel energized, as if the heaviness that has been following you simply melts away. Maybe you even hope that one morning, change will find you already transformed into a better, completely renewed version of yourself. But reality teaches us that personal revolutions never arrive by accident or in a sudden flash. The turning points that truly shape our lives appear through a slow, gradual process, like drops falling one after another until they finally fill the cup. The brightest, deepest truths reveal themselves only when you learn to direct your attention and discover that they were always there, on the margins of your awareness, hidden only by the constant noise of your thoughts. That's when the light bulb switches on, when the wise advice you've been hearing all your life suddenly becomes clear as day. Forget the idea of perfection, focus instead on progress. Instead of expecting flawless results from the start, think about taking the very first step. Whoever never begins will never get anything done. A single, isolated moment of action, no matter how radical, cannot change us in a deep or lasting way. Only consistent work on our habits can do that. All of us, at least once in our lives, have stood before a mountain that seemed impossible to climb. A challenge too big, too heavy, often one we built ourselves. For ages, the majestic silhouette of mountains has been used as a metaphor for spiritual awakenings, personal growth, and challenges that appear insurmountable when we look at the summit from below. Brianna Wiest, American author and poet, transformed this image into a truth that's hard to ignore. Your mountain is you, and the only way to overcome it is to climb yourself. Your mountain is the obstacle that keeps you from living the life you want. Facing it is the only way to free yourself from its hold and evolve. Trying to radically and suddenly revolutionize your life doesn't work. And that's why every attempt so far has failed. You don't need to wait for the right moment to change. You can start now, one tiny shift at a time, and you'll see that energy and momentum will follow. If you truly want to change your life, you must make tiny decisions, almost invisible to the eye but consistent, every single hour of every single day, until they become fully integrated into your routine. Then they will feel completely natural. We often convince ourselves that we are incapable of facing challenges, so we ignore them. But ignoring them doesn't make them disappear. On the contrary, our most extreme acts of self-sabotage come from this very place. From the fear of not being attractive enough, smart enough, or lovable enough. These thoughts over time become part of us. If you know what the real problem is, you can try to find a real solution and examine your weak points. In which areas of your life are you not using your full potential? It's not only what we think about life that shapes how we live, but also what we think about ourselves. Self-sabotage often comes from our difficulty in dealing with what feels unfamiliar. To begin the path of healing, you must have the courage to revolutionize your way of thinking. The greatest act of love we can offer ourselves is refusing to settle for a life that doesn't fulfill us. You must reach the absolute peak of your frustration. It has to hurt. The price of your new life is your old life. The fear of evolving pushes us to persist in habits that keep us from reaching our goals. But recognizing and confronting this fear is the first step toward freedom and growth. If you want to heal, you need the courage to change the way you think. And the first step is this: stop denying who you are and start rewriting your inner narrative. According to Hendricks, each of us has an internal threshold for how comfortable we feel with happiness or good things happening to us. When we exceed that limit, we may feel guilty or believe we don't deserve more well-being. It's as if there were a certain amount of happiness we think we can handle, and when we surpass it, we retreat back to what feels familiar. And without solid roots, it's hard to truly enjoy success or joyful moments, because nothing stable is built on shaky ground. Trying to move forward without truly closing the past often leaves us feeling stuck, even as we add new things to our lives. To plan the future and grow, we first need clarity in our own mind. Your mountain is there to be climbed, not to destroy you, but to show you what you are capable of. You don't need to conquer it all today, but today you can begin. One sentence at a time, one step at a time. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. New videos coming every week.